Welcome everybody back to the channel. This is 2530 Media, and of course I am Aaron Reed. Hey, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified when I release these videos, which I typically try to do twice a week. And of course, if you're enjoying the information that I'm giving you guys today, maybe I'm a little entertaining, go ahead and hit that like button. Okay, we've covered the unboxing of the reMarkable 2. I've also showed you guys a specific use case that I use the reMarkable 2 for when it comes to planning my week and my days out with the reMarkable 2 and using the focus-driven productivity app playlist brought to you guys by Brandon Boswell. Now we're going to look at the reMarkable 2 as just a straight-up paper replacement. What tools are there for productivity, general note-taking, brainstorming, planning like I do? All the things that you would use eInk for as that companion tablet to maybe your laptop, computer, or even iPad for those general note-taking and writing purposes. What tools do they have? How do they stand up to the competition? And is the reMarkable 2 still one of the top tablets in 2026, almost 6 years later? Let's look at those tools and let's see what you guys think. First things first, let's explore some general purpose note-taking. We talked about our note-taking tools in a previous video, so we'll go over them a little bit more. But you have a pretty good selection of different pen or pencil types that you can use, with a couple of different colors that will show up on your other tablets or once you export it as a PDF. So I have mine set up with my pen of choice, which will be the ballpoint pen, medium line, black, and then of course I do have a highlighter here highlighting yellow. I use the general purpose notes pretty much for everything, from meeting notes to brainstorming to journaling to working on a project. I'll show you guys some of the tools that you have at your disposal here. So there are a couple of things that I can do here. If you have information that you want to move around the screen, you can always use their selection tool here. Now you can move it wherever you like. If you want to move it here, you can do that. You also can change your handwriting to text. You also can copy this as well. Once you go to edit, you've changed it to a text note. Now you have all the functionality that you would want inside of a text note. And as you can see, the typing keyboard on the reMarkable 2 is pretty solid. You can highlight whatever you want to, whether if it is a text or if you move to regular handwriting, your highlight won't snap around your handwriting like it does the text notes, but you still can highlight whatever you need to. With that, you have a pretty good eraser as well. So you can use a couple of things with the eraser. You can actually select your eraser and you can choose from whichever type of stroke erase you want, from the thin to the medium to the large. You can also use the back of the pen as an eraser. You can also change that to selection erase, so it's going to work like your selection tool. You also can go to erase all, and erase all will, of course, erase everything. Now, erase all will not erase your text. If you want to get rid of your text, you can simply double tap on the desired text. Once you selected the desired text that you want to erase, just simply delete it. If you notice, there is no manual refresh on the reMarkable 2. It refreshes on its own. You also have the function of layers. So layers let you choose multiple layers to write on. You can also change your template. And of course, you can choose whatever template you want to do whatever work that you need to do through the selection of templates that reMarkable has here preloaded. Now, when I do my meetings, a lot of times I choose this template with margins, and I do that simply because I like to collapse my toolbar and make little notes on the margins. Sometimes it'll be something as a date, maybe a reminder or a to-do, and then I would write that down here. Whatever little notes that I like to put in the margin, I will make those to go with my larger meeting notes. Another feature that I like about reMarkable is when taking notes. Let's say if you want to actually have some more space to write on the side of your notes, you can always use your 2-finger gesture, and now I have a little bit more real estate for more information. And it works on both sides. Of course, you still have your page view. This is going to show all the pages that you have inside of this notebook that you're working on. You can change the grid that you're looking at from medium to small or just a list view. This is also where you can see those tags that you've created and create a new tag for that selected page. This is also where you can send by email. So you can choose how you want to export this out, sending it by email. So you can choose where you want it to go. You can add a message if you like, select how many pages that you're going to send. You can change the name if you need to do that as well. And of course, you have a couple of different formats from PDF, PNG, SVG, or text and email. You can choose whether you want it to be landscape or portrait, and you can even choose grayscale pens. This is something I haven't used yet. I think I'm going to use that next time I email something out, which I pretty much do every day. From this multi-page view, you can also add a new page. So if you know you want to add a new page, simply just add a new page. And now we've added a new page. So that's just a quick little glance of the tools that you can use while taking notes on the reMarkable 2. So now that we're comfortable taking notes, let's take a look at what interacting with a PDF looks like on the reMarkable platform. So we're going to hop into my 3D printing folder, and we have some information here. I'm going to collapse my toolbar. So here we have some information on some Elegoo 3D printers. And I like bringing this information over to the reMarkable for a couple of reasons. I can take some notes with the information. It's going to bring it over in a PDF form. So you can take as many notes as you want to. Of course, you can still highlight as usual. And what I like about this is if I need an extra page of notes, I can always go to my toolbar, go to add a note page. Once I go to add a note page, I have now added a note page within my PDF. So this is the page that we were just reading. This is the note page I added. And of course, I have the full tool suite of the Notes app, so I can add whatever template that I would like to use. So now I've added the template that I want to use. So if you notice, once you add a notes page to a PDF, you have a different set of tools on your toolbar. When you're in a regular PDF, you lose the ability to add that text box. However, in a PDF, you still have the majority of your tools. So I can tag this. Let's make a new tag. Let's make this Elegoo. And this lets me know I've tagged that Elegoo. And I can apply the same tag to this test note here. That way, when I want to search my information later on within our organization, easily go to that Elegoo tag and pull up those 2 pages for these notes. So you can see the note page that I added here, and you can also see the tags that we added. If this PDF would have come with a table of contents, it would be here. So when I select that, I would see my table of contents. Since this PDF did not come with a table of contents, you're not going to see that. But now let me show you guys how I got this information from Elegoo's website onto the reMarkable platform. So another cool tool with the reMarkable platform is being able to push information to your tablet from the internet with the reMarkable plugin. So here we're on the Rants About Technology page, and let's check out one of the articles from Rod over at Rants About Tech. We're going to check out eInk displays and spectrophotometry. So if this is some information that I want to consume and read on my reMarkable tablets, all I have to do is go here to my plugins, click on my Read on reMarkable plugin. As simple as that. This article has been converted and pushed to the reMarkable. Let's jump back on the tablet so I can show you guys what that looks like. So let's see what that information looks like that we pushed over from the Rants About Tech website. So if you see here, eInk displays, we're going to select it, and here is our article that we pulled over from the Rants About Tech page. Now, the only downside to this is that it's not pulling over the photos that come with this article. Other platforms that push information from the internet, from a website directly to the tablet, sometimes will come with those photographs or videos intact. reMarkable doesn't do that, but you do get all of your information. Just like the last PDF, you can make some annotations. Of course, you can highlight your information. You can make a tag here like you could on the last time. A cool thing that I like about PDFs on reMarkable, if you go to your layers, you can actually remove the PDF as a back layer. So you can actually hide the back layer of your PDF, and you can make some annotations, whatever it is that you want to do, if you know that's going to work with whatever you're doing. And then you can just bring it back up. I don't have a use case for this, but for those of you who do have a use case for it, you can easily remove the back layer of your PDF and bring it back when you need to. Or you can also hide your notes and, of course, bring them back when you want to view them. And of course, you still can add a page. So this is going to work with PDFs, EPUBs, and things that you push over from the internet using the Read on reMarkable. You also can do this with Microsoft Word. If you use Word and you have some Microsoft documents, you can push them over to the reMarkable. So next, we're going to look at the reMarkable app, so we can show you guys how this reMarkable app also makes the reMarkable tablets even more powerful for those note-taking, brainstorming, working on projects. So if you see here, this is everything that we've been doing on the tablet since I started my review. From the demo folder that we started, so this is the article from Rants About Tech that we pulled up and we made some annotations. You can go to your page view. We can select that page that we inserted as a note page. And now we can actually make some typing notes of our own. So you can have this formatted as a header or as the body or just even smaller text. From there, you also can add bullet points. You can also add something I use a lot, which is going to be the checkbox. I use this for a lot of to-dos or when I'm working on tasks. You also can add a number list. So there are a lot of things that you can do with the reMarkable's partner app for your tablet. You also can manage your filing structure here. You can actually read your books. So if you just want to do some reading on the partner app on your computer, you can do that. And just like on tablet, if you want to add a page, you simply just add a page. So I'm also a user of both the reMarkable 2 and the reMarkable Paper Pro Move. Just like the partner app, these devices sync up, so all of the information that we started on the reMarkable 2, that we altered on the desktop partner app, those changes will sync in real time to your other devices, whether if it's the reMarkable Paper Pro or the reMarkable Paper Pro Move. So let's look at what that looks like. So we're going to pull up the article that we pulled over from the internet, and you guys can see some of those changes that we made. Now, one of the flaws with the reMarkable platform is it gets tricky once you get to the Move and the formatting of some of these PDFs that you bring over. As you can see here, some of our information has been cut off. I don't do a lot of scaling of PDFs that I push to the reMarkable platform because I very rarely use the move to view those. But when I do, that's when I will use the move in landscape mode. Landscape mode will allow me to be able to still consume the information in a format that I can easily see and annotate and make notes. And the difference with the move is now I have a little bit of color to play with. Color for those highlights. It's going to snap just like on the RM2. Now the move is a little bit more snappier, a little bit faster than the reMarkable 2. And it should be because it's newer tech. Now here are those checkboxes that I told you guys about that we created inside of the partner app. And this is why I like them, because once you complete a task, you can simply just check it to mark it off. So this is what I use for kind of like my to-do checklist when I am using a text note or I'm starting on the reMarkable partner app. And yes, you can still create these text boxes or check marks, bullet points, or even numbered list on tablet as well. It's not only a function that you can use within the partner app. This is what your information looks like that you started on a larger tablet and then you move to the reMarkable Paper Pro Move. It kind of shrinks the page where you can get all of your information on one page. Again, a lot of times when I am using information that I've pulled from a larger tablet with reMarkable, I like to put the move in landscape mode. There I can write more notes. And sync between both devices is pretty quick. So this is the note that we were working on the move. And as you can see, it updated in real time and checked off my list. So pretty much that's the reMarkable 2. That was just a snapshot of some of the tools that I use on a daily basis that allow me to have the reMarkable 2 as my daily driver tablet. I've been daily driving this tablet now for a month since I've got it. I've kind of pushed the 10.3 to the side to just put the reMarkable 2 through its paces to see if it is a viable tablet for me to use. And to be honest with you, I love it. From the writing experience to the organizational tools that I have on tablet, the tools that I have inside of the Notes app, and how I use the reMarkable app for research purposes, pushing information to the tablet for me to review, study, use for working on projects, whatever that is. I can daily drive the reMarkable 2, and it has turned into my favorite black and white non-front lit tablet to use as that daily driver. And it's just a plus to have the reMarkable Paper Pro Move as a companion tablet to that as well. That reMarkable Paper Pro Move gives me a platform to use in a pinch. If I'm busy, if I'm on the move, if I'm traveling, I fly a lot, so I find myself on planes taking notes, digesting information. That's what I use the move for. Who do I think the reMarkable 2 is best for? Honestly, the reMarkable 2 can be best for anyone. Someone who's using eInk as that companion tablet. They want focused writing experience. They want to use it as a companion tablet to their computer or laptop. They want something with a good writing feel, great organizational tools, and a way for you to process information, be focused, and just work on a project. I think the reMarkable 2 is for that person. Someone who doesn't need some of the advanced tools within the Notes app and the Reader app that you would find on other platforms. I think the reMarkable 2 is more than enough for you to use as your daily driver tablet. But everything isn't good. reMarkable actually can improve with the Reader. I showed you guys within the demo that sometimes when you move PDF files or like we move the website information, once it hit the reMarkable 2 it was fine. But once it got moved to the actual reMarkable Paper Pro Move, there was a scaling issue. And if you're like me, I really don't want to bother with trying to scale things for it to show right on the tablet. That's something I think reMarkable needs to look into fixing. So when you move information, no matter where it goes, to the reMarkable Paper Pro, the reMarkable 2, or even the Move, it scales on its own and you can just dive into consuming that information. Another thing with the reMarkable 2 is it's a little older, so it can feel a little sluggish, a little bit slower than some of the newer tablets. I don't see any noticeable lag within the handwriting compared to some of my newer tablets that I own. I've heard some people say they can tell. I personally can't. Now, I don't use a lot of layers, so I don't have an issue with that when I'm using a tablet. I mainly use my tablet for general writing purposes, note-taking, working on my scripts, working on my book, working on projects, and I use it as a companion tablet to a computer or a laptop. The only thing that I would say that is holding the reMarkable tool and the reMarkable platform back in certain aspects will be the Reader app and maybe the lack of table of contents. When it comes to organization, you have more than enough tools within the Notes app, within your filing system, with the use of tags, with the use of handwriting search, and of course the use of OCR. There's pretty much nothing you can't do with the reMarkable platform. So if you're looking for a good paper replacement and you're new to eInk, the reMarkable tool is a solid option. Also, if you're not new to eInk and you're just looking for a change of pace tablet, something that can help you be a little bit more focused, get you away from some of the distractions that you might have with other tablets that you're using, the reMarkable tool is a great option for that as well. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that the reMarkable tool is still a solid option in 2026, almost 6 years later? I would love to know what you guys think. Thank you for checking out the channel. I'll see you on the next video.